A memory, now ash. This is the reason Oscars weekend feels out of step this year.
This is the work stuff that was all in the garage that the EPA has pulled out in phase 1.
2 months ago in the wildfires, prop master Adam Jetty, his wife and son lost their home.
Even coming back into the neighborhood is really, really hard if you're coming back to what it is, which is a disaster site. You know, the whole neighborhood is gone.
While he waits for his insurance to pay out, he can't walk away from this, even if he wanted to.
Immediate aftermath was, they were saying there was 23 times the amount of lead in the air. Like, my house was 1946. We're talking about asbestos in the air. We all have to keep working in order to support ourselves, in order to have our health insurance, in order to be able to move forward and rebuild. And yet, like, the only thing you want to do is just, you know, sit there in misery.
Before displaced residents can even start to figure out how best to rebuild, they're having to clear hazardous household waste, things like bleach, paint, pesticides from every property. And that's to stop the chemicals going into the air and into the ground. And all of this has to happen before they can even think about bringing in the heavy machinery to clear the wreckage. It is unimaginably tough for those who are trying to figure out the next steps.
Is this all one order right now?
It's compounded an existential crisis the city was already facing.
I hate talking about our damage. This is relatively small, but you know, the fire came through, lit on the roof, some embers blew on the roof, melted that skylight and fell onto the sets.
Wes Bailey's company has been renting out equipment in LA since the 90s. In recent years, work in the City of Dreams has dried up.
Everybody used to say last year, they would say survive till 25. Some coming into this year that just got destroyed with the fires.
First COVID, then strikes, and a streaming commissioning boom becoming a distant memory.
We don't want to become Detroit, you know, and have the auto industry go away. The fires were, like, I think, the catalyst to really get people to say, we've got an emergency here.
For glossy reality show Selling Sunsets set around high-end real estate in LA, production has only just resumed.
Have you had a lot of phone calls with clients, friends, I guess, who've lost everything?
Many very emotional phone calls. I mean, I'm 30% therapist right now, 20% attorney, 20% contractor, and 30% real estate agent.
While things seem bleak, there's still optimism.
I would bet anything that the Palisades will be one of the most desirable areas on the planet to live in 5 years. The houses will be stunning, fireproof, beautiful architecture.
But that's a long way off. For Adam, anything he can salvage has become special.
To be able to pull anything out of this wreckage and, like, have it, it's so meaningful. Clearly, it didn't take our pets and it didn't take our family. It just took stuff. But even just some of that surviving is, like, it really, you know, it means something. Yeah, it really does.
Buried in the ashes, a lesson in what matters to those who keep this industry going. And it's not red carpets or golden statuettes. Katie Spencer, Sky News in Los Angeles.